Okay, so cleaning up these surfaces here, bandsaw edge is not notorious for being fantastic in any capacity. So there's basically two options. I can clean these surfaces up with a hand plane, and that's totally great. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just going to take a lot longer to do it that way. So I'm back at the jointer here, and it's going to be a pretty simple process of laying this down on the bed, running this thing across. And I have a fairly shallow cut. I'm right at a 1/16 of an inch, which should correspond pretty well to the material that I have left behind here. So not much to it. Obviously, same process. I'm keeping my hands away from the blades, running this thing over, keeping good pressure on the outfeed table as I do, and it'll take me one pass, possibly two, to clean this thing up. The one thing of note is, regardless of the operation for cleaning up these surfaces, I do need to be really sensitive to the runoff of this grain, or the run out of the grain, I should say. If I were to flip this around, all of the grain that we've now exposed is going to be cutting or forced into the rotation of those cutters, and it's going to be a high probability of tearing out. So as long as I am working downhill with this cut, I should be in good shape. Okay, let me set this one up, and we'll have material that's nice and ready. Alright, made fairly short work of that. Have a nice transition here, no longer that bandsaw edge where the blade has changed, or where it left the material, but fairly well cleaned up. And I have just now cut past my layout lines, which you can't see. There we go. So my lines are no longer in place, but this should measure as close to an inch as I can get it. And if it doesn't, it's going to be our little secret. Looks like we're right on 1 inch. And let's call that an inch. Okay. So that is the easy way to do it. I'm going to show you one other option here in a later video. Thanks.